tried to watch it. I tried to start watching it, but it's not
This is Under Armour. It's Under Armour. Do you see the eight?
I ain't watched that forever. Like, it didn't.
And the Armour like
But I have a little less than 6 seasons to go to finish Supernatural, and hopefully I can finish by October, so I can start season 15 the day after it comes out. So you can actually.
What happens right there? What happens on number 3? Y'all got 2 pages of notes you can use when going through your practice worksheet.
I didn't realize they took and put it. I'm ready. If that's what I think it is. See, American Hero. I've seen the commercial. Wait, no.
Who?
I can't wait to season 2.
No. They were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Well, that's
It's about his dad. He found out his dad.
You want to know we have to write one?
But it only goes back to like 5 or 6.
Alright. He got my big.
That was my first time yesterday. No, they closed yesterday. That's so nice. I know you guys.
Y'all been in here for how long?
10 minutes.
20 minutes.
Oh yeah, they're all free.
And y'all got 2 problems done. Not even problems.
We're not
just telling you
signing.
what happened with the problem.
I'll watch.
I'm not sure if they write it.
That's why I love CW.
I'm sure I have CW. Wait a minute, I don't. This disturbing. You have DirecTV. How do you get Dish and have a CW? We had Dish for the first time. Maybe it's where you can't get your kids.
I need my shade.
I'm glad they got it.
We don't even need TV. Just cancel Dish and get Netflix and Wi-Fi. Because I have Netflix because I'm working for Rihanna. But we don't have
That's
Wi-Fi.
not free.
And if they have, we get Wi-Fi, I'll have problems with it.
Y'all hush. I'm tired of hearing y'all talk about that. You don't need to talk about that in school. What? What y'all been talking about? Hush. What are you talking about?
Just finish. Why you keep saying talking about Rig?
Anthony, if I say don't talk about it, don't keep asking what are we talking about.
Is
that thing still recording?
It's been recording the whole time. And I could go show this sermons if I wanted to, show them how you act in class every day. Show Coach Pruitt how you act in class every day. That's the problem, you're not doing anything. You've done 2 problems in 20 minutes.
this a flex? Because, see, what you eat for winter?
Well, the profit
Oh, it's
Number
more
5 is reflective property of equality, and number 6
Yeah.
is multiplication.
B would be A.
Property of equality. Yes, sir?
3 and 4 would be A times B. 12 would be C.
I think it's multiplication.
Yes.
I'm not that
I need 2. She doesn't shut down the Jeremy Renner site, like the app. Because there were so many trolls on there being mean.
I'm trying to figure it out.
And he said he wouldn't read it. It's like, why can't y'all just include it?
It's not that this is stupid. You're stupid.
Math has never been my best subject.
This isn't even math. This is vocabulary.
You are a liar. This is vocabulary.
It's still vocabulary.
So it's still math.
I think number 6 is the transitive
Which one?
Transitive property.
You got to switch to this.
Number 7, I put Communitive.
It's okay, we all have
What's wrong with the left hand?
It also has examples of what they look like.
Mr. Hobby, look at my pen.
Is that the same one I got?
I know, but it's highlighted.
Oh, so it's something that can be told credit?
Where did that come from?
Yes.
I took a drink and put it down. No.
I'm so happy we get to skip their period. I do not like science class. I haven't died in that class. Like, I usually like science, and then I took a test the other day on the word cycle. I don't like theirs. And I got 15 out of 25 on very good.
Racial conversation.
Way more than that.
Oh no, I taught it 2 years ago.
Well, then you know it. I don't like the word cycle. Like, not interested in me. But I got 15 out of 25. 91 to 73. It's my lowest grade. And it's strange because math is usually my lowest grade. And I am almost at
And he never does it
last
better.
time checked.
He does. Victoria's boyfriend.
Victoria.
Yeah, he does the Kermit the Frog impression better than him.
All right, number 1. We got 12 plus 0 equals 12. What property is this?
Additive identity.
And how do we know it's the additive identity property?
Because it's 0.
It has a 0. Well,
Because it's being added by what?
0.
Right, exactly. Anytime you add a number to 0, and you're going to get that same number, right?
Yes.
So that, you know that's going to be additive identity property, because it's the same number. All right, 9 plus D equals D plus 9. What happened here? They flipped, okay? And what property was that?
Commutative
property of commutative property of addition, right? All they did was the D and the 9 switch places, but does that affect the problem whatsoever?
Nope.
No, it doesn't affect it at all.
Like 4 times 3.
Exactly. All right, 7.
Big number just stops.
14 minus 7 equals.
What happened here?
Property of
That's
addition.
It's not commutative property. What did you say?
Distributed.
Distributive property, right? Because did we distribute here and we distribute there? Because what's 7 times 2?
14.
14. What's 7 times negative P?
So take on distributed.
Negative 7p.
Negative 7P, right? So we distributed that 7 to 2 negative P.
I said distributive property of multiplication over addition.
You said the whole thing. If you just said distributive, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, 6P equals 1 times 6P. What property is this? Three was distributed.
Multiplicative identity.
Why is it that, Sean?
Wait, it just put distributed?
Yeah, you just put distributed. Okay, it is. Why is it the multiplicative identity property? Because I'm multiplying, and I'm multiplying by what number? 1. Anytime I multiply by 1, I'm going to get the same number, right? So that's how you know it's the multiplicative identity property. Alright. Number 5. 13 q squared equals 13 q squared. What property is that?
Reflexive property of equality.
Right, reflexive property, right? Because isn't what's on the left side the same on the right side?
What's known to be multiplicative property? Like, it's different one, like the identity.
Yeah, identity. Why is it the identity property? Multiplicative identity property. What's being multiplied by, Robert? No, number 4. What's it being multiplied by? What's the, yeah. 1. All right, anytime you multiply by 1, you know it's going to be the multiplicative identity property. All right, so number 6. All right, z equals 12. I hate writing this. 12 equals 3 times 4, right? Okay, then z equals 3 times 4. What property is this? Transitive, right? Because what's transitive property say? If A equals B and B equals C, then what's true about A and C?
A equals C.
A equals C. So this, we could say this is A, we could say this is B, we could say this is C. Is that true? Yes. All right, if 12t equals, is it 5s, then 5s equals 12t. What is this called?
Symmetric property of equality.
Symmetrical, right? Same thing.
All they did was flip.
All they did was switch sides of the equal sign, but it's the same exact numbers, okay? And we saw one earlier that was reflexive. Reflexive. And what does reflexive mean?
It's the same.
It's the same exact numbers on both sides. All right, the last one. Decimal 25p and 3p plus 2n equals 14. Okay, then 3p equals 4.5. 3.5p. So what do we do here? Oh, I'm sorry. N equals decimal 25p. N equals decimal 25p, and 3p plus 2n equals 14. Then what do I know? Then what happened here?
You just shorten the problem.
What did I do? Do I have 2n in my problem anymore?
No.
Why not?
Because you took it out.
I didn't take it out. I did what to it? I know n equals what?
0.25.
Decimal 25p, right? And then,
What is that?
That's another one of those spinning
I'll just take them back down there, Lisa. What did we do to n right here? I didn't subtract it.
Oh, you multiplied it by 4.
But how did I know what to do to that n? N became something else. What does n equal? So I know instead of writing in, I could write it like this.
So you can write it like this technically?
No, but what did I do to this n? It's on your paper. It's on your notes. Guys, what did I do? What did I do to this n? That n is no longer there. It got replaced. What's another word for replace? We substituted.
Oh my God.
We substituted this n with decimal 25p and then worked it out. So that's your substitution property. Okay, this is our original equation right here. How do we get from our original equation to step 1? What happened?
You switched 7a and 4 over 3.
Right. And when I did that, what property is that called? Not transitive. We're not adding. All we did was we moved this 4 over 3 from here to here. When we move something in the equation, what is that called? Distributing when we multiply. When we move this 4/3 over, what property is that? Associative, you're close. Why is it not associative? Associative is something else changing. The parentheses change. So it's not associative, but it's right there beside it. It'd be commutative, right? Because it's on the same side, they're just changing the order. So that would be your commutative property. All right, step 2. We get 1 times 7a equals 49. What happened to 3 over 4 and 4 over 3?
Yeah.
They combined how? They multiplied, right? But look at my numbers. And what did it equal to? When I multiplied 3 over 4 and 4 over 3, what did it come out to? It equaled to 1, right? Right. And what is that called?
Oh crap.
Multiplicative inverse property.
Multiplicative inverse property. 3 over 4 times 4 over 3. That's your multiplicative inverse property. All right, step 3. 7a equals 49. Multiplied 7a times 1, and what did I get? Or what was the property that I used right there? Multiplicative identity property, right? All right, so the last step, I got a equals 7. How did I do that? How did I get from 7a equals 49 to a equals 7?
Because 7 times 7 equals 49.
What multiply? We're going the other way. I'm going down, not up. Divide by 7. If I divide by 7 here, I can divide by 7 where?
On the other side.
And we call that what? Equality, and what did we do? So divisional property of equality. Remember, if you do something one side, you got to do it to the other, and we know that's going to be called equality. No, I got to put the new one in. We'll try the other one. All right, so y'all work number
9 and 10.
Yeah, do 9 and 10 go off of the example that we just did. So y'all work 9 and 10.
Oh, I never did that. Anyway, so like what happens is it starts off, I want to say it's late 90s. I watched it on Valentine's Day. It's been a while. So it starts off like the late 90s or so. It came out in 2000. It was like 10 years ago, I think, 2009. See, we still can do that. Yeah, 2000. Nothing wrong. It's a movie. Okay. Ew. See, like, okay, so what happened was, yeah, because I remember, like, the same year season 4 of Natural Development, which is never watched before then.
Is that what following you? That's a bad idea.
I got no hammer, like,
Shake like this. Oh, cool. So what you speak about?
so like, it spreads out. Tom is the one that's going around killing folks now. It is really, it's
I'll see it.
really
You'll see it.
So like what happens is set a party and a coal mine or it's on Heartbreaker or whatever it is, and his dad owns a coal mine. And so he had like
Lisa, you place it right here.
oh my gosh,
I've warned y'all multiple times.
Robert, stop! Because Robert tried to shoot me. I'm not going.
And started killing folk in the mine, right? It's not really scary.
This is
Like,
good.
so
Can I sit on this side?
Yes,
I
right.
on this right here.
What's it called? I can't remember if he has like or not. But
So what did y'all get for number 9?
I got
I got 8.
8.
Hey, right? Step 1. That should have been your communitive property. What about your multiplicative identity property? What step was that? It was C, right?
Oh, you look at me.
Hey.
He takes the body of the dude.
And when I separate y'all, that's not so y'all can talk across the room.
I ain't talking.
All right, so y'all work on the back now. Pretend follow on the back.
The uniform, and he
Go through the steps.
It was like only the first 2 people. It's a really good movie. But he's crazy too. He gets away. Like, if I remember correctly, like he had crashed the girl's car, and she didn't know that he was dude that's kind of like everybody killed. Her husband, who was like the sheriff, texted her that it was Jake, not Jake, it was Tom, and so she was like, she crashed the car, he crashed the car. Anyway, the car got crashed, and she like it was a tree, and he fell out and he walked off. I wish there would have been a second part to see what happened.
Can I go to the video soon?
That's a good movie. You need to watch it. It's 10 years old. Wow, that's a long time ago.
Huh?
Some friendships. Supposed to be easier to just like get a camera and set it at the back of the thing. So
That's just nice because it's already on my phone, so I can already upload it just right away.
upload the work.
I'm not getting, I'm just talking. You can watch it tonight. That's my children dog.
He just made the dude from last year.
That's a cousin.
I told him when he
Wait,
before that.
I said that's my cousin dog.
No.
I'm not even mad.
Dudes from our class last year. Like, Zach Alexander.
What do they do? What do they do?
Bro, we got a whole hour.
Those are property.
We got like third period on PPs.
I don't care if they're wrong.
You listen to them.
I want you to try it. Don't just sit there and try.
Oh my God. Please tell me you've heard of it.
Go out to you. But when we leave here, we gotta watch that.
Yeah, I just want to write, but
You gonna be hot, bro.
listen, this soundtrack is awesome.
No, I'm not. I just
Like, you can get this, but the thing,
really technically
it's one of the
God,
See, you need those to have all 48 songs downloaded. It's a musical. Well, some of the songs are really short, and then like my shot's about 6 minutes long. And my shot's like the worst song. Like it has some rap and some of it's jazz. Like it's not really jazz. The things go back and forth. People listen to Untitled. Yeah. That's like the only music I listen to now. I just listen to like that's all I do. I don't like a lot of nowadays music. A lot of it sounds really, really stupid. It's not original. I like early 2000s pop. I like classic rock too. I like old country. I Hank Williams Jr. You don't know who Hank Williams Jr. is? I like his song Dinosaur and what was the other one? I can't remember. Yeah, that was my daddy's ringtone for a while. And then I changed it to the Smokey in the Bed song thing. Do you know that movie? Okay, almost nobody knows who Burt Reynolds is these days.
Burt Reynolds is right here.
It's a good movie. You need to watch it. There's two real. I really only seen the first one.
So what do you multiplicative identity property? Are you not multiplying 7x to get 49? It's not multiplicative identity property. You're not multiplying 7x.
Yes.
So that's 7x. To get down to x.
I saw this thing yesterday, last night on Tumblr. It was like, I was going through the John Mulaney thing, right? And it said, fandoms that have a group kid for everything. One was Supernatural, one was SpongeBob, and the other was John Mulaney. Wait, what? Oh, I heard you say
That's not multiplicative identity. You're not multiplying 7 times 0. If you do that, you get 0.
my phone needs to be talking over the top.
What?
I'm so confused.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as this one.
Right. You multiply by 1 on that. Well, no, that's
I am sorry for Peter Rally. That means after the Peter Rally over, that
Right.
means
1
it's
times
almost
7.
going to school. And then I have an hour and a half of physical training.
To get from the original
Last
down to
Friday,
step 1.
we ran from the RTC building, all the way to the trash can down there by the station,
Step
and
1 and
back.
step 2 is the
My time
inverse.
was 6:40.
From step 2 to step 3
And I have asthma,
was the
so it's like-
multiplicative identity.
I'm not
You're multiplying. Yeah, you're multiplying 7 times 1.
We just like
On
do
this
the
problem
exercise.
right here, what are you doing? Did you
Like yesterday, we just sat there and watched the football game. One of the dudes had a short and Sarah was all the way down here.
Alright, so you got that. So then you have to do what? So you said multiplicative identity. We're not multiplying right here. What are we doing? 0 plus 7x. Added, so that should be the what product? Additive identity problem. Read your signs. Your signs are very important.
What's your name? Soaphouse?
Really? Really?
Man, I don't know history.
What? You still watch SpongeBob? Don't be judging him.
You have to watch SpongeBob. There's 30-year-old minutes to watch SpongeBob.
And those men are losers, like me.
Oh, thank you.
But anyway. No, I've seen like that.
Are you doing
I saw the indie music. I saw the indie music.
I don't watch SpongeBob.
You remember that? I watched I don't watch years ago. There were like 2 of them. That's all it is about the
That's a whole different type of You watch My Little Pony at 15.
See, you can try to judge.
You never watched yesterday.
Oh, no.
Because those notes tell you exactly.
I love Pop Cheese.
And I like the show.
I don't really like watch cartoons. I mean, like, the most cartoony thing I watch
It's a
is
cartoon
Scooby-Doo.
about Pokemon.
Looney Tunes.
But
Like, Like that, those are classic cartoons. Who hasn't seen the Flintstones?
exactly.
You know what confused me?
I don't watch the movie.
I used to watch all that when I was little. Now they got all these trash shows that come on, like Nickelodeon, like I've seen that, man. Like
Yeah.
it's gay, bro. Who is it? There's a show that was it was just like Amphibia. That show was so stupid. I hate that. It's like I was gonna watch it. I was talking to a friend about that. It's like if they gonna show up on the kids channel, Hey, Drake and Josh. That is a classic. I remember that show. Like, iCarly isn't as yeah, iCarly isn't as entertaining as it used to be. Yeah, I used to like that. I don't know.
Sam and Cat.
I didn't like it.
It just went off like one season.
I think it was just one. It gets annoying when you watch Sarah. Huh?
All right. Going from the original equation to step 1, what did we use?
I got
Communitive property. All right, step 2, they give to you 0 plus 7x equals 49. It said that was what? Additive inverse. All right, you go to step 2 to step 3. What happened? Some of y'all, a lot of y'all were putting multiplication.
I got multiplication.
Of Additive.
What are we multiplying in step 2 to get to step 3?
You're adding.
Exactly. You're adding what? 0. So what do you get? Additive identity. A lot of y'all were putting multiplicative. You're not multiplying anything on that problem. You're not multiplying 0 and 7x. If I was to multiply 0 and 7x, what would I get?
0.
I'll get 0. Do I get 0?
No.
No, I have 49. So I know I'm adding. And plus, this sign tells me I'm adding. All right, step 4. The last one.
Division
I
property.
get x equals 7. Is what? Divisional what?
Property.
Okay. All right, everybody get out your computers.
Yeah.
Go to quizzes.
What?
Get out your computer and go to quizzes.
I'm about to fail. Yeah, division property.
Oh, we doing that now.
What's the last one?
Was they talking to you?
I'm not really sure when they're going to call all of us for the pep rally. Some of y'all might be leaving early.
The what?
What's your name?
We got 20 right.
It's out. You must got it out.
Who you ugly?
I got it. You got it. You don't know what I'm gonna do.
Got one, but you don't do it.
Because I got it. I don't play it.
Josh, so it's time for you.
Oh.
You excited? Yes, June. That's when camp starts again. Yeah, I want to take 12, and I'm supposed to go to top of the year, so I can't get no more. And I'm so excited. How come?
Pizza good, bro. That's gotta be true. You use pizza good, aren't you?
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I got sidetracked.
You Ant-Man?
I got sidetracked.
You got side.
You was Beetle Man.
Oh, you got
Beetle Man.
That's an
Beetle
old
Man.
song. Why y'all messing with your boy? He's doing good over there. No.
She's not in the game yet.
No, you can join.
I
You
ain't.
can still join after it starts.
Wow.
Ew, what?
That's the code right there, 302291. Use your notes that you have. Look through and see what the properties are.
Jesus, that's trash.
turn the timer off so you don't have to think about it.
I hate this.
I don't like this one.
I'm gonna be at the bar tonight.
Oh my God.
I just had some.
Shouldn't have a timer on there.
What you said about?
No, I turned it off. So yeah, you have to worry about being the timer being done first. Just make sure you get them right. Oh.
football players. Pick up your lunches and report to your coach or director. And be at the stadium by 11:30.
You need to go ahead and get down there. Yeah, take everything with you. Alright, who's this?
Me.
Alright, finish.
How do you eat on me? What? I was referencing the vibe. Okay. Like, I don't know, you right and it's and then you take care of the feet and eventually it dies. Fine is still funny though.
I know that's
Free shit I can do. I didn't know that. When I was like 2 days ago. Free shit I can do. So why you not down? Let's go to the Del Taco and get that free shit I can do.
Free shit lock to do.
Free shit. I showed my little brother that mine. He's like, I don't understand it. I was like, dude. I showed my dad the one where that dude was talking about human race is the only race that Jesus slept.
What about man's car?
Yes, I showed my dad and I was like,
Alright, it's not about you, okay?
okay.
I came in third.
All done. I
Come
came
down
in
here
first.
they got the free shit I can do.
Where's Mello?
Untitled Chapter.
Lisa came in first.
How did I catch you? That's first.
Bro, they gave me some hard questions.
You all had the same questions.
Somebody not know. Somebody not know.
I was in pitch.
Alright, let's look at them real quick. Alright, what property did this represent?
That's
Distributed.
That's distributed property, right?
The
Because
center to the
you're distributing that 7x to 8 and a negative 2. Oh, I'm sorry, that's times. Damn, put times there. Alright, simplifying. You might have to solve. I know that's weird because it's math. You might have to solve it. When you distribute, what do you get in this problem?
You got 6x and 10.
6x plus 10. I'm not sure why some of you put 5. Because when you distribute, you got to do this number and that
They
number.
looking at the 6x.
Must have been it. Alright. We had a few people miss this one. 6 times 7 equals 7 times 6. Why is it not inverse? Because you're not multiplying by what? No, inverse is not multiplying by 0. Inverse is multiplying by its opposite. Right? So if I was multiplying by 7, I would multiply by what?
-7.
Negative. Wait, no.
1/7.
What? Oh,
Remember, it's going to be a fraction.
I swear somebody said talk about negative.
All right, and it's not associative because there's no parentheses. All right, what is the commutative property of multiplication? Again, the first one, the three of you picked, that is I just lost my train of thought. It's not transitive. It's distributive. Okay, this option was right. Why is it not the third option? What is that? The parentheses move, so that's going to be what? If the parentheses move, that's going to be associative. That's associative. All right, so speaking of associative property, rewrite this problem into associative property.
Third one.
The third one, right? I'm not really sure where y'all got plus signs from.
Hey, at least nobody put 2 7.
Oh, I put it.
It might be the right answer though.
Okay, which one is the associative property? Again, what does associative property mean?
The parentheses move.
Parentheses move. That's the only one that had parentheses. All right, which property of addition is shown?
D.
Again, what's happening to parentheses?
Change.
They're moving, so we know that's going to be what? Associative. All right, which property is represented right here?
Distributive.
Distributive, right? Because that 7 is multiplying by T and by U. All right, this one, what is happening here inside the parentheses?
Communitive. Moving.
Right, it's the same numbers, but they've done what? They've just changed places. Okay? Does that affect your answer at all? If they change places? No. All right, this right here is known as what? Associative. Why?
Because the parentheses moves.
Parentheses are moving. All right, this is kind of hard to see. All right, what two properties are shown in the image? Associative and commutative. Okay? It's kind of hard for y'all to see that up here on the board. All right, what properties are used to transform the expression shown?
Communitive and distributive.
Right, they change the order and then they distribute it after that. Y'all see how all this is kind of starting to build on top of itself? Isn't that what math does all the time? Yep.
Since we first started learning, then unfortunately.
What property is used across all the flow charts to turn AB plus CD equals DC to BA? What are DC and BA doing from the original equation?
They just switched.
They just switch places, right? So we know that's what? Commutative. All right, what property is illustrated by the following diagram? 3 times 5, 5 times 3. Commutative, right? They're just changing places. The numbers are changing places. All right, what property is shown here? Distributive property. All right, do you want to try that again or a different one?
No.
Yeah. Why do you try to get
You don't put your laptop up.
Yeah.
Why don't you put your laptop up?
No,